With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Motion man is Shakir.
Back to throw, Watson.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Now McCarthy.
Dumps it off to Mixon.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Cam Akers, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A try here for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Watson.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 28 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first and 10, it's Spears.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
Right back to Spears.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive.
24. Third down and 10.
Watson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready?
Now a give. Akers running left.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Second and 7. On the give, this is Akers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Terry McLaurin.
63 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Check out.
Here's McCarthy.
Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Akers is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Mixon will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right.
That one's taken in by Spears.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Set.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now it's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Does look like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go. 19 Lions. 60 Maverick.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Work in the middle of the...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, check that. Alert, roll.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Going right back to Akers.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A give up the middle to Akers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready, Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Set go.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Off of play action, it's Watson on the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy.
That is caught. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit.
And my goodness, another interception. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A give running right is Akers.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready? 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Set go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Edwards. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 40. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
That went out wide and intercepted.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. 170 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Third and 3.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Yeah.